So now that we've finished reading the story, Tyler, can you read the objective for us, please?
We will be able to describe events in a story.
Great. So I want you to think back to the game that we played at the beginning. And do you remember when we only used one word to describe the word that we had?
Yeah.
So now we're going to do the same thing with that story, but in our story maps. So, what do you think you will be writing in the opening section of your story map? Yes, Silas?
What happens at the beginning?
Ooh, very good. So in the first box, you're going to talk about what happens at the beginning. What about in this second box that's called conflict? What do you think you'll be doing then? Jesse?
What happened that was the bad thing in the story?
So the bad thing or like the problem in the story?
Yeah.
Great. Tyler, what do you think happens during the development stage?
What happens after the bad thing happens?
Okay, so maybe kind of how that problem reacts with the characters and how they try to solve it. And then Ryan, what happens in the ending section?
I think what happens, like how the story ends, kind of.
Yeah,
Hopefully
exactly.
is good.
Hopefully
But it could
is.
be bad. I gotta read things a couple times to.
That's okay. That's why we have the book on our table so
okay.
that you can
That would be
reference
good.
it.
And this 10.
So you are going to go through this story map individually. What does individually mean?
By
ourselves.
Thank you, students.
You're welcome.
However, you can only use 1 to 3 words to describe the event. I know you can do it. Remember you did it in our game. You can do this. I believe in you. Let's go ahead and get started on that. If you've finished with your story map, go ahead and turn to a partner and share your ideas.
What did you get?
I said for opening, I said Malala went to school.
Yeah.
I said one
Malala
word.
goes to school.
Oh, I said Malala goes to school.
What about the conflict?
I said
Yeah.
Taliban
Yeah.
mean.
I'm very advanced for
I said she got shot.
Or
So is that one that you might disagree on?
what about the second one?
Well, for conflict,
I think it's
said
part of mine.
Malala can't go to school.
Okay, can you expand on that idea?
I just put
I think
Taliban as
the
mean.
Taliban shot
The Taliban is mean.
Malala.
The
It's mean.
development is,
Mhm.
for me, I
Do you
put
think that
Malala
that
gets
is
shot.
part of the
I
conflict
put
or part of the
Malala
development?
still going to school.
Oh,
Development.
for the ending I put
I don't know, what do you
Malala
think,
is
Ryan?
I put for the
I
development
put
that the school
Malala
got
as
better.
famous.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
For
change.
the
Can we
development,
change
Malala
it?
was in the hospital.
Yes,
Oh,
please
yeah, I
make
was
changes
thinking
through
of
your
that.
discussion.
Jesse
We don't
inspired
know.
my answer.
You don't know?
We don't know. We have different answers.
I think it's both part of development. I think. Yeah. I
Do you think there
it
can be
could
multiple parts of development?
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot.
I think so too.
What'd you put at the end?
I said Malala a hero.
Me too.
I said she gave the speech.
I said Malala is famous, but I changed it to hero because that answer is better.
It's not better, it's just different.
I'm the only one who said that she wasn't the hero.
That's okay. Why do you think that's okay, Jess?
Because everyone's different and everyone took the story to their own interpretation.
But some people are advanced, not Jesse.
What is
So
interpretation?
now we are going to bring all of our ideas together for a group discussion, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to write on the board some of your ideas. So what did we put for the opening of our story? Ryan.
That she wants to learn.
She wants to learn. So I'm going to put her name so that we know who we're talking about. So Malala wants to
Malala.
learn. Did anybody else have anything that was different?
I did.
What was yours, Tyler?
I said she went to school.
Ooh, that she went to school.
Oh, what's a good one? We all said that.
Jesse, did you have a different one?
No, I said the same thing.
Me too.
You did. Do you think that both of these are similar?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Because we learn at school.
You were so right. We
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
Some
yeah,
of
yeah.
us.
Now we're moving on to the conflict part of our story map. What were some things that we did there? Yes, Jesse.
Malala can't go to school, so no school for Malala.
No school for Malala. Did somebody have a different conflict?
Yeah.
Go ahead and shout them out.
Go.
Taliban is mean.
That's what I said.
I said she got shot.
Taliban is mean.
So it's kind of the same thing, but simpler.
What do you mean by that, Silas?
Well,
Terrorists.
she couldn't go to school because of the Taliban, and they were being mean when they did that.
Mm-hmm.
When she gets shot, she can't go to school.
Yeah. So what is the overarching idea of all three of these ideas? What do they all connect to?
Conflict.
Mm-hmm. They all connect to conflict.
Nice.
But out of these three, which ones is the broadest?
Taliban's mean.
Mm-hmm. So I think for our discussion today, we're going to focus on this one. Okay? Now we're going to move on to development. What were ideas that we had there? Yes.
I said Malala gets shot.
Okay.
Oh, that's a development.
I thought it was.
The vo-
Cyrus, what did you put for development?
I put Malala. I put Malala still going to school.
Malala is still going to school.
So like she's not backing down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have a different thing that they put?
I said Malala was in the hospital.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I have another one.
Go for it.
School was better.
What do you mean by that?
I think, like, towards the end of the book, yeah. It was talking about how the school got better. Like, there was some, like, bullet holes, but, like, the schools for, like, the boys and girls could go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they were able to go back to Pakistan and the school was better?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's on page 24.
Good job.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we will write that down as textual evidence. Awesome. So if we are looking at our conflict that the Taliban is mean, which development really helps us kind of make that idea more clear?
And development.
Jesse's idea.
Malala
Jesse's
gets
idea?
shot.
Why do you think that?
They're mean.
Not a nice thing to do.
Yeah, that was very hurtful and it
Thou
harms
shalt
them.
not kill.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Is mine part of the ending?
Which one was yours again, Silas?
Going to school.
Still going to school. Were you talking about at the very end, or were you talking about when the school got better?
The part when it talked about how the Taliban said, like, good job to the boys for not going to school,
Mm-hmm.
and that, like, kids would get punished if they kept going to school, but she didn't care and she kept going.
Mm-hmm.
Was that at the beginning, or at the middle, or in the end?
Mm-hmm. So that would be also part of development. All of these are part of development. But for today, we're really trying to focus in on the really key ideas and the big ideas so that we can tell a story in only a few words, kind of like we did for our game. So we're going to focus on the Taliban being mean and then Malala get shot. Did you have a question, Ryan?
Yeah, so, why did we choose Malala get shot? Is it because it's, like, more related?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because that one closely related to the Taliban as
Oh, they're both squared, okay.
Yep.
Okay,
Mhm.
got you.
Okay, can we move on to the ending?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. What were some ideas we had for the ending?
Malala.
Oh, Silas, I think Tyler was raising
Oh,
his hand.
sorry, Tyler.
I said Malala a hero.
Malala is a hero. Okay. Did anybody else have a different idea?
I feel like I've been talking too
Oh, you can never talk too much, Ryan.
much. Okay,
I love to hear your ideas.
I said she gave the speech
She gave the speech. What was the point of that speech?
to improve education.
Mhm.
Or no. Well,
No?
yeah,
Okay.
to improve education.
Mhm.
She wanted to make it a thing.
She did want to make it a thing, right? Awesome. And so now that we have finished our summaries, I would like one of you to share your summary with the class. Thank you, Silas.
Using what we wrote? Or
Using our group topics.
okay, Malala wants to learn by going to school, and then the Taliban is mean and says that kids can't go to school, and then Malala gets shot by the Taliban because they don't like that she's being a rebel, and because she's still going to school, and then she is in the hospital, and then she survives, and her blogs get popular, and she is inspirational. She's a hero.
Nice. That was very good. Alrighty, so now I will collect your story maps, and you can head to math.
Oh.
Yay! We
Thank
love
Can we
math.
have a brain break?
Math is a language.
We can have a brain break. You can start with it.